Hey everyone! So I know it's been a few days since I updated, just because everything's been pretty crazy around here. It's now week 4, Monday, which is ridiculous because that means our midterms are basically about to start. Um, this term is flying by, but it's also a lot of fun. I'm really having a good time, despite the fact that I've been stressed out. I'm having a good time. Um, so Thursday was actually really interesting. We I had a lot of triangle stuff to do. We had a few mishaps here and there, but we actually got through it pretty well. Surprised overall how smoothly it went. I actually left early to study for an exam, but I was pretty much awake the whole night. Once they got done, they just emailed me because I was online, and I was able to see my pages and stuff before they sent them out officially. So still felt kind of like I was there, and it was just nice to know that I had seen the final product, because that was my main worry. I just didn't like not being there. It's just a thing. I feel like as editor I should have been there, but my exam does come first, and I was really worried about it. So I'm really glad I came back and studied. And then Friday I actually caught a break because I was supposed to have class 10 to 3 straight, and my exam was at 3, but my 10 to 12 class actually ended an hour early, so I was able to go to the library and study a little bit more. And then my teacher was also late to the 3 o'clock class, as he usually is, so I was able to study a little bit before that too. Um, I think it went okay. I think it went kind of well, actually. I'm afraid to say that, not to jinx it, fingers crossed. But hopefully everything was okay. I feel like I was at least, the stuff I didn't know, I was at least able to make up based on other things I did know, which is always good instead of just blindly going. So there was still some I definitely knew, which was really good. It was a really good feeling. That doesn't always happen to me in chemistry. Rarely ever recently. So that was really nice to just know that my studying paid off. Hopefully I found a pretty good technique for studying for this class. So our next exam is next Friday. It's every Friday every other week, so we'll see. My first major human physio exam is this Monday. I'm terrified beyond anything. The exam is just going to be ridiculous. It's going to be 40 to 50 multiple choice questions, but they're all conceptual, they're all application type questions. What happens if you do this? What happens if you do that to a system? So basically, even though it's open note, we still need to know our material because we need to be able to think logically and think practically about stuff like that. The only good thing is that these are very similar to like MCAT questions, so it just helps us prepare. My teacher from last term, actually, my bio teacher from last term, sent me the answer key to the final exam because I emailed him before and I wanted to just see the key and see if there were any questions I could maybe argue, because I feel like I thought I did well in the exam, and I wanted to know what I did wrong and see if I could maybe get a couple points back here or there to boost my final grade. So he sent me the answer key, and I did find some questions I wanted to ask him about. So I'm hoping he'll email me back sometime this week, and we can meet up, and maybe I can at least argue my way through something. I've done it before with the same teacher with another exam, so I'm kind of hoping. I have a few things. I'm basically going to walk in there with my textbook with a section highlighted from one of the questions, so I really hope it goes well. I really need that grade. I'm really hoping it goes well. So yeah, I went home this weekend. It was a lot of fun. Saturday and Sunday were just really relaxing, and I was fighting a lot with this computer program, MATLAB, for those of you who know it, for my biology class. It's just painful and tedious and annoying. So still continuing the fight tonight and tomorrow. Everything's due on Wednesday night for me at least. So that's going to be a pain, but I just want it over with so I can stop worrying about it, because it's just a burden, honestly. Just always at the back of my mind, driving me crazy. So hopefully that will get done soon. Friday was the bodies exhibit at the Franklin. Me and Crystal went Friday evening, and it was amazing, beyond amazing. I can't even describe it. It's one of those things that reminds you why you're in the field of study you're in, and for me it was just amazing. I haven't really seen anything like it. I don't know if I ever will, because that exhibit is just, I don't know how they did it, and I can't even, I'm speechless. It was really good. And I think probably my favorite part was this having to do with the brain and the cardio systems. They were just so interesting. It was really, really cool to see organs displayed. It was really cool to see how they posed a lot of the bodies in certain positions, so you could see organs and certain muscles. It just, all of that just was really interesting. It really tied all that back to high school anatomy, basically, which is probably one of my favorite classes, just because it was anatomy and it was really interesting to me. And I feel like I've lost a lot of that since I started. But today in physio lecture, he actually started on muscles after going over all this physics stuff with neurons, which was driving me crazy. And once he started on muscles, I finally felt like I was back in my element, and this is what I expected the class to be like. So I'm really hoping that continues, because I'm so interested in that stuff that those last 10 minutes of class when we started talking, I was just sitting there with a smile on my face. So yeah, I'm hoping that class also gets better. Hopefully the next 2-hour lecture will be easier to handle, just because it'll be really interesting material. Yeah, that's basically it. Just a lot of busy, always on the go. But it's week 4, which is crazy, and I like how this term's going. I'm having a lot of fun, but I feel like I'm still getting work done, and I'm finding ways to just figure out how I'm going to do this. I feel like, if anything, getting through this term is just going to make me even more determined, and I just really, really want to fight this for all my grades this term, because I feel like I have a shot, and especially with my elective just helping me out too. My idea for my art project actually completely changed over the weekend. I randomly had this thought of, I was listening to music and I was drawing, and I thought, what if, what would happen if I was listening to a different piece of music? How would it affect what I was drawing? And then I thought about painting, and I realized I could do my project on how different types of music influence the stroke I use, what colors I use, lines, how abstract it is. The whole project's abstract, but this excites me. This really, really excites me a lot more, actually, and I also feel like it's an excuse for me to basically listen to good music and paint. So that's always a plus, and I feel like it'd be a lot more relaxing than painting cities, because for me, I like to be very detailed and want it to turn out a certain way, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be disappointed. But at the same time, I know I might not have the time to devote to something like that, and my teacher is also pushing me in a different direction with that project, so if I do it, I want to do it my way. So I think I'm going to go with this music idea and see what happens. I'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be okay. So yeah, pretty fun few days, and the week's just started, so I will most likely update again tomorrow. I'm heading off to Chem Lab tonight, and yeah, I hope all your weekends were great. Hope everything's going well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.